Welcome to Real Bass Lessons. Today, I'm going to do something a little bit different, and that is I'm going to show you how to create a Motown bass line. Now, that's a funny sort of thing because Jameson's already done it. And you can just copy him. I do. I've taught them to you. I've written tons of books about them. But there are characteristics in good Motown bass lines that I want to show you so you can sort of piece them together. And early on when you're learning a style, it really is little, composing and arranging. Otherwise, you're just sort of playing and hoping it works. And you all know what I'm talking about. You play and you go, God, I wonder if that sounded good. Well, if you have to wonder, it probably didn't. No, the good players have their stuff worked out. And of course, they improvise in the moment. They move around. But they've got their little phrases, their little language all worked out. Jamerson didn't just make that stuff up on the fly. I assure you, he worked it all out. Now, of course, he had it down well enough that he could manipulate it and move anywhere he wanted. That's why it sounds very free-ish, but yet it's very structured. So I've got I'm working from this book here today. Oh, that's the wrong book. I forget where. Oh, I'm working out of the, what's it called? Reading Motown Bass. But I'm taking a specific bass line and I want to analyze it for you. Now, look here. I have a music stand right here. I'm now pointing at it and you're seeing it, which has the bass line that I'm going to teach you. And not so much teach you the bass line, but teach you and show you the characteristics of a good Motown. Let me play it so you can hear it first, okay? Here it comes. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Now, this is not one of the real complicated Jamerson lines, but this has the characteristics, okay? And if you can't read music, well, that's totally fine. You just watch me and copy and learn and listen. But I thought I'd put it here so I could illustrate with my little pointer, my finger here, some of the things, okay? One of the first things is notice the key it's in. It's an E flat. That's a real common Motown key. You say, Jim, there's Motown songs in all keys. I know that. But there's a lot more that are in these E flat, A flat, D flats than there are in like C and G. It's just part of the sound that they wanted. So yeah, we're in E flat there. Now look at the chord changes. Look at here on the page. E flat to C, A flat to B flat. Sure, the 1 chord, the 6 chord, the 4 chord, the 5 chord. On up again to C minor. Back down to B flat, down to A flat, and up to B flat. Same chords. That's a characteristic of Motown. They're darned, really straight ahead diatonic, except there's always some sort of little thing in there to fool you. By the way, not all of them are, of course. You realize when I talk like this, I'm talking generalities, but yet the majority of stuff. But at the same time, there's always exceptions. So again, here we are. Now we're at the second line. E flat, down to our C minor. But then check this out. D flat 7 or major 7, whichever one. Yeah, and that's definitely non-diatonic, isn't it? And then to the 5 chord, to the B flats, resolving on E flat. Let's listen to it again, okay? Check it out. Now that I've mentioned that, you'll sort of recognize those chords. Yeah, cool. Now you realize too that me teaching you that first is just an excuse for you to get to hear it a little bit more, get it in your ear. So let's look at the actual shapes. Well, one of the things that's real obvious to me is this measure here, measure 2, and then again measure 6. That's that classic, sure, root octave fifth with that little ghost note in it. Look at that measure 2. I'm not playing the last pitch. there's what's written. Now look down at measure 6. There's same shape, rhythmically and melodically. Back to measure 2. Measure 6. That is a classic piece of Jamerson language. The root octave, root 5th octave, and with that ba sound. Cool. Now I chose to illustrate one that had 8th notes. Sometimes there's quarter notes and 16ths, but this is definitely part of the motif. Those 2 8th notes. Measure 1. Good. Now watch this. I'm going to play through the song, but I'm just going to play my little 2 8th notes together. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure 5 coming up. Cool. Now, the next one is, notice the octaves, particularly down in measure, look here, 7 and 8. And you see that last group of 8th notes? That's a shape. Beep, bop, 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 ba. Rest, rest, bop, 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 ba. Sure, it's a cadence sound. Here are the actual pitches. Check it out. Messed it up. One more time. 3, 4. Yes, back to the beginning. Now, let's look at those last 4 8th notes. That's one of those classic Motown pentatonic fills I taught, I don't know, a week or 2 ago. Check it out again. We're in E flat. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You betcha. And sort of as a, just a setup to it, as those 8th notes prior. Yes, of course, I realize they're quite different pitch-wise, but it rhythmically ties it together. Let's play the whole thing now. Get your bass out, and let's play it together, nice and slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... You betcha. I'm not playing the repeat sound right now. I'm just stopping it. Feel all that? Let's do it again, okay? 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Nice. Let's do it with a little drum machine here going, okay? Let me hook it up. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Cool, how'd you do? Is that just simply beautiful or beautifully simple? Yeah, how cool. Notice too, I'm using a hand position of fingering that I feel is comfortable. There's lots of variations. And this one's not fast, so you can do a bunch of stuff, but check it out. I'm playing it here, so I can reach the C here, so I can reach the A flat here, and then I can reach that other C, and then here, and then back to A flat and B flat, same position. And then I can get that D flat here also. And then I could continue to play here and play these notes, but I shifted up here and went, just so I could get the octaves across from me. Let's do it a couple more times. 1, 2, ready, play. I messed it up. 1, 2, ready, play. Outstanding. Anything else to think about? Let's see. Let me look here. I don't think so. Those are the basic characteristics that I talked about. Let's review them for a second. I mentioned the key is a Motown key. You bet, that E flat. I talked about this being the basic motif. Sure, the 2/8 note downbeat. I talked about the root 5th octave again, classic, with the little muted note in there. Then I talked about the chord changes. They're diatonic, except there's one surprise. Oh yeah, that D flat. That's a flat 7 in the key of E flat major. Maybe I'll just play the harmony for you right quick, just thirds and sevenths. Check this out. 3, 4. Yeah, how cool, huh? Cool. Let's go back to that track now that's got the drums and everything going with it, and got some keyboard, a little bit of guitar, and let's just play it over and over and over and over and over, okay? Here, let's go to that now. Let's loop it around and around, okay? A little more than's on the page. Here we go. Play along. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. You keep going. Nice, huh? Recognize those characteristics, listen for them in other songs, isolate them, practice them, and then you can use them in anywhere you want. Get that Jamerson sound into your playing. Fire it up.